Hello rocket fans and welcome back to the Copenhagen Suborbitals rocket shop, where we continue working on the world's only crewed crowdfunded space rocket Spica. Today is December 28th and it's time for some rocket updates, and if you're wondering why you're sitting inside a space capsule lockup, it's because we've been doing work on it today. A while ago we made around a half a meter tall extension shell for Spica space capsule's prototype. Back then we decided we would rather have more space in the mockup than we expect to need for a crewed flight in case we actually end up needing it. And today's agenda called for assembling these two sections together. Now, I wasn't there myself that day, so you can thank Bianca in the comments section for providing some footage for this video. But joining the two ends together was fairly straightforward. The main section had to be hoisted out of its production rack onto a workbench and connected to the extension shell with a whole lot of bolts through their connecting flanges. Next, we'll just need to extend the cradle which holds the capsule in its stand. But we left that for another day, although our capsule work didn't end there this weekend. Mats and Carsten did another round of splashdown tests of our 1/10th scale space capsule. As soon as I can get my hands on Mats, who looked through the data, we'll try to give you an update on that, so stay tuned and maybe subscribe? Then, long story short, Thomas, John and Scott were also tinkering with the long seam welder, or as Bianca calls it, the London Bridge. They had a go at a long, roughly 1 meter strip of 3mm stainless steel to see how the weld would turn out at a fairly slow weld rate of 100mm per minute, with the welder running at 120 amps. After making a few tack welds along the seam, they let the torch run the whole length, taking it around 10 minutes. And it didn't go too bad. The top of the weld was really even, although the affected area could be made more narrow, and the bottom part looks only half decent. There are some gaps and oxidation in the weld, but it definitely shows us this is doable, and we just need to keep tweaking until we get it right. Unfortunately, there aren't any published manuals we could find for this to speed things up, but if you have any resources or experience in this, let us know, we'd be really grateful. Lastly, Martin made another hip joint bearing for the astronaut seat, which we showed in more detail in our last episode. As always, we would like to thank you for watching and your continued support, and if you don't want to miss any of our future updates, there's always that subscribe button and notification bell for you to ring so we can see you in the next video when we get one step closer to space. Copenhagen Suborbitals is a non-profit all-volunteer project. The reason we're getting so close to reaching space on our Spica rocket is because all of our crowdfunding supporters. If you've been following this project and feel passionate about new ways of exploring space and building rockets, you can help us out by going over to our website www.capsule.com and becoming a supporter with a small monthly or one-time donation that helps us pay workshop rent and buy materials. And in return, you get all these insider videos on building a space program, which you don't really get anywhere else. So on behalf of everybody at Copenhagen Suborbitals, thank you for your support, and we'll see you next time.